Well, hey, my little angels, come on in. It's a surprise video today. I hadn't planned to do this video, but I thought, you know what? This is one of my all-time favorite recipes, and I'm almost embarrassed to call it a recipe because it's so easy and versatile, and I'm gonna show you what I do. I've already done it, but I'm just gonna walk you through because basically, looking into it, you can see the ingredients, and that's pretty much the recipe, but I'm gonna show you. Now, I was inspired because our dear friend Lindy at Southern Lady ASMR did a cooking video today. I love her cooking videos. Oh, she did biscuits. They were to die for. I made them right away. But today she did cottage cheese pancakes, savory and sweet. And I've never actually had savory, so I can't wait to make them. Cannot wait. And she actually inspired me for a video idea. I think sometime this week I'm gonna film one, how I transitioned to gluten-free cooking and baking. The cooking was pretty easy. The baking had me tearing my hair out, but I'll walk you through that. That's Candy, she's such a lady. So today we're having just a barbecue. It's Canada Day, and it's absolutely gorgeous out. It's gorgeous out. Backsplash is coming tomorrow. So we're doing hamburgers, and I'm gonna show you how I make my hamburgers. They're a little different. And potato wedges, and they're right over here. And guys, I'm just popping these in the air fryer, and I just cut them into wedges and put some olive oil on them, or avocado oil, or grapeseed oil, canola, if that's what you, whatever you want, and spices. And for mine, I did salt, pepper, garlic, onion powder, paprika, and I think there's some oregano on these. And I just let them sit and kind of marinate, and then I'm gonna throw them into the air fryer. Our new oven has an air fryer in it. Ooh, I'm bougie. Anyways, so I'm just gonna put those in the air fryer rack and let them air fry it for probably 400 for 12 minutes, and then I'll check them. Okay, but this salad, you don't want to make it too far in advance, but it's watermelon salad, guys. And for those of you that are turning up your nose, if you haven't had it, it's really good. Now, I've had so many variations on this recipe. So you cut your watermelon into chunks. And then you cut your onion very thin, like this thin. See that, guys? Now this is a sweet Vidalia onion, but mostly I use a red onion. If you're using a regular yellow onion, because don't go to the store and buy something if you don't have to. All you have to do to take that bite out of onions is get a bowl of ice water, slice up your onions and put them in, and then take them out and dry them really well. I put them on paper towels and just leave them out for a bit, and then just pat them dry. That takes the bite out of raw onion for you. So that's a tip or trick. It's a tick, I don't know. Now, I have done this with also cucumbers. I've also done it with strawberries. Today, I decided I had these wonderful long radishes. I thought they were candy cane radishes when I bought them. And I forget the name of these ones, but they're just long, skinny radishes. And I said, you know what? I bet you radish would go really good, because it's a more mild radish, but I like that bite, that peppery, with the sweet from the watermelon, and the onions have a sweetness to them as well. And then I had a few raspberries left, so I threw in the raspberries. The next two ingredients are what make it. Chopped up mint, and you want to chiffon at the mint, which is a fancy pupushishi way of saying, lay your mint leaves on top of each other, roll them up like you were rolling a cigar, and then you just cut them real thin. That's all. And then I go along and chop them the other way again, and then just sprinkle them all around. And then some crumbled up feta cheese. I've also done it with goat cheese. The goat cheese can be a little, it can go a little too creamy, so that you're gonna add near the end. okay, just before you serve it, if you're using goat cheese. Otherwise you get more of a creamy layer and you don't want that. But it is good, especially if you don't like feta, okay? I did try it once with blue cheese. Don't do that. It's really bad, really, really bad. Don't do that, okay? And then now the dressing is incredibly complicated, okay? So, do you have your pens? Yeah? Okay. I want you to get some orange juice just from the container. If you have an orange, you can, and you put a tablespoon of orange juice. That's it. You're done. All right? That's it, I'm telling you. I add salt and pepper because I like that flavor. If you don't like salt with your watermelon, because I know there's a huge controversy between those, that's fine. And then you just give it a mix with 2 spoons, guys. That's it. And it is done, and it is beautiful to look at. Whenever I serve this, people have always asked me for the recipe. So, you know, that's it. And then you get out your cling wrap. I call it saran wrap. I know that's the brand. I'm just glad. And then you just cover it if you don't want any other odors going in. And then just chill it till you're ready to serve. I know some people serve it at room temp. I like it chilled. I prefer it chilled. Okay, that's just a me thing. Now, the other thing I need to get, what the heck did I do? Oh, I know. I put them up here. I put them in with the cereal. We're still learning where things go in the kitchen. So I have my gloves, and I bought pink gloves because I need some to do that special acupressure video that I'll be filming. But I only needed a couple. So here's mine. And no, guys, I'm not, you know, oh, she can't touch meat, but with these nails, I don't like handling raw meat because I get it under my nails and that's gross. Now, handling chocolate's a different story. Something I can, oh, I love these, they fit perfectly. These are size small for me, and it's so hard for me to find gloves that fit, so this is perfect. Now, I will be opening my fridge to show you the ingredients I put in. Now, some people will make hamburgers with just, what do you call it? Salt and pepper, that's it. Some people add an egg. I do not add the egg. It goes meatloafy to me, which, I mean, if that's what you like. But I do add some ingredients though. So this time I bought the rolls. Buy whatever you can. Okay, now I'm just gonna squeeze it into my hand here. Now I do, you can just cut down the middle and do it, but I like doing it this way. Same as when I take the meat from a sausage. I just slice down the middle and take the meat out. If I can buy already ground up sausage, that's what I do. But if I can't, that smells right. I'm absolutely, it's a thing with me. I'm paranoid about meat, and I'm constantly smelling it to make sure it's not bad. Because you wouldn't be able to get that close if it was. But it's a thing with me. I don't know why I do it, but I do. Okay, now, shoot. Well, hell. Okay, so I gotta take these off. That's fine, I'll get another pair. There's 100 in the box. So, what side is what side? All right, so first thing I want to do is get some Worcestershire sauce. And when I do the gluten-free video, I'll be showing you, you have to buy certain things. You have to check if it's gluten-free or not. And I like about a tablespoon. If I cook anything with beef, I have to have Worcestershire. That's just a me thing. Then it's basically an inside-out burger. I get ketchup, and this is actually low sodium ketchup. Probably 2 tablespoons. And some mustard. Now, I like Dijon, but Uncle Angel likes just plain old yellow mustard. So, good squirt of that. And then I like a wee bit of horseradish sauce in it. But this is not a strong one. This is actually like horseradish and sour cream. It's a creamy horseradish sauce. It's a straight horseradish. Take the head right off you. Right, and then some relish. I got it. And not a lot, but instead of putting pickles in or anything, I just use the relish. And then hot sauce, if you fancy it. I am not putting hot sauce in, but I will gather these up. I love this. One-handed, so you want to salt your meat, and you gotta season it well. Now, some people say don't salt the meat or pepper, do it on the outside of the meat. I do both. Okay, just before we put it on the barbecue, I will salt and pepper it again. There we go. And then I love this thing so much. This is my quattro, and it used to be salt, pepper, garlic, and onion, but because I got these, it's now garlic powder, onion powder, oregano, and Hungarian paprika, because those are the 4 I use all the time. But for this one, I'm just doing 2 spoonfuls of garlic. That's it. Now, one moment. In the next 2 days, it's paper plates. So I'm gonna get 2 more gloves. All right, so I can mix this puppy up. And if you're wearing a dangle bracelet, tuck it into your glove. Okay, you don't have to take it off. I hate taking my jewelry off to do kitchen because there's always the chance of the sink or, you know, that kind of thing. So I tuck mine in so that it doesn't touch the food, and I put on my gloves. And then, babies, just get your hands in there. Squishy, squishy. Just get it mixed up. But what you don't want to do is mash it together. That's just going to make it tough and compressed. So what you're going to do, get it mixed up. And I use my thumbs for most of the mixing. You kind of use your, hold it and use your thumbs to mix it in. Just in case nobody ever showed you that. Now, if I were making meatballs, I'd be adding Parmesan cheese, breadcrumbs, milk soaked bread. Actually, I'd be doing that for meatballs and meatloaf. I couldn't think of the word. If you're a returning little angel, and I see you, hi guys, you know I have issues sometimes with focus and word loss because of the long COVID. If you're a new little angel, hi, I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much. This isn't the normal kind of ASMR, but I was watching Lindy's and I got so many tingles from watching Lindy because I love kitchen sounds. I love household sounds. Someone making a bed is just, or smoothing a cover, or ironing. Those are MSR things to ASMR sounds to me. Now, I want a fairly decent burger. So you make a ball, right? Oh, I didn't show you guys. At the end, kind of poke your fingers and aerate your meat and let it kind of drop back in. That helps make it not so compressed. So I make a good size, basically meatball, and then you kind of press them to the thickness you want. Now, if you were making a double smash burger, you make it super thin, and then you put a piece, you cook them, and then when you serve them, you put a piece of cheese between them. So good. Now, if you're making a burger, you gotta make a dimple. Dimple, dimple. And that's just press it in here. And it has to do with not shrinking, okay? Because there's nothing worse than spending your time Now, I like to make these early. Stay on top of it. There's nothing worse than, you know, spending all this time doing it and then they shrink down into little hockey pucks. So, squish it into the thickness you want and kind of round them out. Ooh, that's a good one. And then dimple, 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 dimple. And I like making them ahead of time because I just find they hold their shape better. I don't mind a loose burger, you know, when they fall apart a bit. I don't mind that. But it's a barbecue burger. We want, you know, and we'll probably put cheese on them. But if you don't, if you want to have a nice stuffed burger, all you do is while you're mixing it, make a big hole in the center. Put a square piece of cheese in there and then just build over it. And there you have a stuffed burger. I made those for my mom one time. It's one of my best memories because she bit into it and she's like, oh, there's cheese in here. This is so good. I'm like, oh, thank you. There's a lot of recipes that remind me of my mom and times we spent in the kitchen. I remember she was here one day and I was making tomato sauce for spaghetti dinner. And I threw my onions, my tomatoes, my peppers, and a carrot, but I sliced the carrot really thin. And I threw them all on a cookie sheet, covered them with olive oil, like just tossed them. And my spices, salt, pepper, basil, oregano, parsley if you've got it. And I put them in the oven to roast at 400 for about 30-35 minutes. And took them out and blended them. And that was my tomato sauce. And my mom's like, you roast everything ahead of time. And I said, yeah. And I'll be honest, I was waiting for the, oh, that's the wrong way to do it, or that's not how I did it. And she's like, I'm going to try that. That was the biggest compliment ever. Next to my dad. I called mom and dad up one time before baby Angel was born, and just Uncle Angel and I here, and I said, do you guys want to come for dinner on Sunday? We bought a roast and it's too big for the two of us. Dimple, dimple, dimple. And my dad said, are you making those roast potatoes? I had discovered duck fat. So for Christmas, I made him duck fat potatoes. Yeah. To say he was a fan. Also did them with Crisco. I make them a lot healthier now, but sometimes you need that special, just special. And I never forget that. And I said, of course I will. Like, run out and get me some duck fat. And we made them. Okay, so there's our burgers. I made 6 good-sized burgers. And I'll just put the cling wrap over them. Now, if you're taking off, I'm going to teach you how the medical people do it, because the nurses taught me. So you're going to put your finger under here, and you're going to pull it out inside out. See that? Then you're going to use the outside, the inside, which is clean, and pull off your other one. And there you go. No food touches your hands, no food touches your counter, and you can just dispose of them. And that's it, guys. So these will cook probably 5 minutes on each side, depending how well you like them. I do know there's a whole thing about where you touch on your face or with your hand or your face to how done they are. Use a thermometer. Okay, this one works out great. 125 is rare, and it goes up by 10, you know. I'd never cook a hamburger over 145, but that's just me. If you like them well done, you do you, okay? And then you can serve them with tomatoes, onions, avocado. I am making, actually they're ready to come out of the oven. I'll show you right now. I made super duper easy French onions, caramelized onions. And if you want me to walk you through that, this isn't my recipe, it's Mary Berg's recipe. But I had to chemify it a wee bit. It's just who I am. So I took, did we do 4 or 5? I think we did 4 big Vidalia onions. Any yellow onion will work. Slice them up, not super thin, but not chunky, okay? A good size. And then you put them on your cookie sheet, separated, separate, and douse them with your oil. I used olive oil. And then a tablespoon of cognac, brandy. I've used whiskey, amaretto, sherry, whatever you want to use, okay? It's what gives it the French onion part. I sprinkle some thyme. You can use fresh thyme if you want. I just sprinkled some thyme on it. And you can put garlic in it if you want. I just used garlic powder. I've also roasted the garlic with it in its, like I didn't peel the cloves. And then when it was done, I just squeezed it out. You can do that too. And I use maple syrup. And it's about 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. It's 1 tablespoon of cognac, by the way. And then you mix. Cover it tightly with tin foil. Put it in your oven for 2 hours at 325. You don't have to mess with it. You don't have to touch it, nothing. At the end of 2 hours, you take off your tin foil, turn your oven up to 350, add a splash of red wine vinegar, mix it all up, and leave it in the oven for about 15 minutes to brown to your liking. Don't forget about it. I've done that. So, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this. There will be more recipes coming, and I will be doing the gluten-free video to help anyone who's going gluten-free. And like I said, you guys know me. I wanted to save you any suffering, struggle, pain, whatever. And I pulled my hair out for over a year to learn to bake gluten-free. And I still have issues, but for the most part, I have figured it out, and I want to share it with you guys. So, and if you're still in the mood, definitely go check out Lindy's recipes. She's done amazing ones. I cannot wait to make the strawberry jam. I need this kitchen done this week because our strawberries are in season now, and I don't know if they're gonna still be in season on Saturday. I'm hoping so that I can make the strawberry jam that Lindy made. But try these. You gotta go look at how she made these cottage cheese pancakes. They look so good. So guys, as always, I love you. I value you, I honor you, and I'm so very, very glad that each and every one of you was born. Bon appetit.